Here we go again. Hello everybody, Trevor here, and it's time for another Further Thoughts video. And today, we'll be talking more about my favorite preschool shows again. The first thing I really want to get off my chest is regarding my mistake on Bluey's final episode. It was actually called The Surprise, which is the true final episode of Season 3, while The Sign was its semi-final episode. Yeah, that's basically my reaction to the whole situation. First of all, how could I have been so blind and stupid? I knew I should have done more research before jumping to conclusions. Secondly, I like to thank these users for pointing this out for me to begin with. This is one of the many reasons why I like keeping the comments section on. It's so I can improve myself and do better the next time, as well as taking constructive criticism in case I screw up again. Also, I've heard that there is going to be a season 4 of the show, which I'm sure will be great, or at least I'm hoping it'll be as good as the first 3 seasons. I especially want to thank this user for pointing that out to me earlier. Another mistake I want to mention was in terms of my Chuggington review. The part where I wasn't clear on in the first place was the real reason why Wilson lost the elephant while going uphill was because the baby elephant uncoupled the truck. Yeah, sorry if I wasn't clear on that earlier. I'm not the most observant guy in the world, especially when it comes to shows that I didn't care that much about in the first place. Now let's talk about the missed opportunities for honorable mentions in the last video. There are some I regret not showing off, like the Magic School Bus, which is technically not a preschool show, but an educational show aimed at elementary and middle schoolers. Other examples include Dragon Tales, which I've grown out of years ago, Wild Kratts, and Zaboomafoo. Fun fact, I used to love watching Zaboomafoo when I was little because of the lemur character himself. While I technically did grow out of it, but I'm still nostalgic for it in terms of its charm and educational value. In fact, it was my favorite show regarding the Kratt brothers, even though Wild Kratts is a close second, which is another show that my nephew Alden enjoyed watching. Also, just because I grew out of something doesn't automatically mean that I hate it now. It's just the nature of aging. And like I've said in the last video, I hate growing up for the most part because I prefer to be a little kid forever. But that's just me though. But the one modern day kid show that I regret neglecting the most as an honorable mention was the Netflix exclusive Trash Truck, which was co-produced by Glenn Keane Productions. Fun fact, did you know that Glenn Keane, who worked on Trash Truck, also worked for Disney before he decided to quit? Yeah, that explains why the 3D animation in this show was so good. Not to mention that the characters themselves, including the little boy named Hank and his best friend Trash Truck, are very likable, relatable, and memorable. One of my favorite characters was Ms. Mona, who was a field mouse with an Australian accent, and she often gives helpful advice to Hank, Trash Truck, and all their other animal friends. She's basically the show's equivalent of Madge from Thomas and Friends. If I had to nitpick, it would be this. How was Trash Truck capable of going inside buildings like Hank's house, the school, and the movie theater despite his very large size? But I can let that slide because, all in all, Trash Truck is a criminally underrated kids cartoon on Netflix and deserves more attention and recognition than what it already got. I highly recommend you go check it out because it was also one of Alden's favorites when he was a toddler. Anyways, I'm glad I got this video out of the way first before working on my next top 5, which I'll try to get done sometime this week or so. This is Trevor Davis signing off, and I quote Ringo Starr, peace and love, peace and love.